Hey guys, this is Varun Dhawan. Subscribe to the Tips official YouTube channel right now for the latest songs.
It's the Mustang Mach E, and I can't think of another Ford since the original Mustang which has the potential to transform the brand as much as this. But while the original Mustang was born in JFK's space age, this one lands in Elon's space age.
Built on an all-new platform, Ford's first mainstream electric car is available with either a 76 or 99 kilowatt-hour battery, and with either a single motor or twin motor layout with between 250 and 330 horsepower. Claimed range is up to 370 miles, making it one of the longest haul electric cars around. Prices start at £40,000, and rivals include the Polestar 2 and Tesla Model Y.
But this is not just a Mustang. It's got to show Ford's electric direction for the future and lay a track for everything else to follow. Let's see if it's any good. Right, I'm going to give you a tour of the Mach E, but we're going to go that way, but I have to come this way to start with to open up the bonnet and show you what's underneath, because in this lovely long bonnet here, there's room for a lovely V8. There's no V8, in fact there's nothing really except a bit of space. They've put a drain hole in so you can put your wet clobber in there. Come along the sides, we've got a charging port for the car is here. Mostly self-explanatory these days. There's a little button there to release the cable when you're done. No door handles anywhere along here. Instead you've got a little button, and if you just press it, the door pops open a few inches and then you just pull it with the lever. There's also, can you see all these buttons on here? There's the option of having PIN code entry. I'm not sure it's legal in Europe at the moment, but Ford are also saying that it teams with your phone, so you can actually have entry from your phone, so you don't even need the key in the first place. Same here, again, button release for the back door. Press it, pops open a couple of inches, in you get. The roofline drops away a little bit here, you can see, so it's got this illusion of being like a coupe when the actual roofline stays higher, which is useful for when you open the boot. And open, there it goes, carry on, carry on. And you've got a big old boot in there that's actually a reasonable size. It's not like an estate, it doesn't come out to here and give you a lot of nice square area, but you've got a lot of floor space, and if you open it up, you've got charge cables under there. So like any other electric car, it's super simple to drive. So the first thing you need to do with the Mach E is get your modes straight. So at the moment we're in active, which is regular, then you have whisper, which is quiet and smooth, and untamed, which is what we're going to go for, which as it sounds is the sportiest one. In America that's called unbridled. So you can play with the sound. You've got propulsion sound setting here, which I've just engaged, and can you hear that? They say that it is inspired by 80s sci-fi cinema. I say it's inspired mostly by a fairly plain V6. It's a Mustang, right? So the most important thing is how it drives. So on sweeping roads, it's actually really nice. It's very planted and stable. You don't get too much roll into it. It just behaves itself. It glides along quite nicely. It's a slightly different story at low speed. When you slow down in it, the ride does get a little bit more lumpy. It's a little bit less pleasant around town. They've obviously gone to make it quite a sporting setup, and I don't think that's a bad thing at all. There's more edge in here than there is in a Tesla, but not than a Polestar. The Polestar is quite sharp. There will be a GT along in due course, which they're saying is going to have 480 interior, and it's fine and functional and quite easily understood and easy to get on with. But really, when you're interacting with the car, you're coming into the screen. Now, it's a really clever thing. It partners with your phone, and there's a load of apps and things that you can use, but I want to concentrate on a couple of bits and pieces. One of which is up here, it says afternoon suggestions. So the car learns how you use it, what you tend to do, this sort of thing, and then we'll change the suggestions in this top bar for what it thinks you're going to need or want. So for instance, dynamic park. It's probably worked out that I've got 48% of battery left, and I'm probably going to need some charge at some stage, and this can help take me there. It'll ping up and show us, yeah, there you go, some car parks nearby that have charging, but then we come into some other things. So trips, this is the one I like. So the trip computer is actually labelled, where did my energy go? Well, I didn't really appreciate this, but 11% of the battery use so far has been for the climate control. 73% has been for driving, 12% has been for exterior temperature, which I guess means just managing the battery pack because it's only about 5 degrees centigrade outside. I showed you the driver controls earlier between active, whisper and untamed. Untamed. If we come down the other side, there's a bit here for driver assistance, and if you go to the settings for driver assistance, they are endless. You are here for as long as you'd want. There's pre-collision assistance, rear camera views, blind spots, wrong way alerts, cross traffic alerts. They go on. Right down this traction control right at the bottom, but because they're assuming that no one will ever want to go near it, or at least they're trying to hide it away. But a lot of this stuff is actually, it works, but it's a bit frustrating like it is in any other car. If I come up a couple, there's the charge area, and there you can look at how much charge you've got in the battery and also sort the timings out so you only charge when the electricity's cheaper or whatever else. When you're driving along with a touchscreen, it's difficult. What you actually need to do is park up, get your settings right, and then leave it alone. Who builds this car? Ford, right? Show me the Ford badge. Not there. No Ford badge there, that's another horse. Mach E there, no. Haven't missed anything else on the sides. And no, nothing on the back either. And in fact, you're not going to find a Ford badge anywhere on the Mach E. And that's cool for the Mach E because it's got the Mustang branding, and that's great and interesting and a bit cooler. But where does it leave the future of Ford's electrified products?
Prices start at just over £40,000 for the entry-level car with rear-wheel drive and the smaller battery, and rise to £57,000 for the long-range all-wheel drive car you see here. It's the entry-level car that looks the best value. With a 0 to 60 time of 6.1 seconds, it's not slow, and the claimed 280-mile range is respectable. And on Ford's finance, putting £5,000 down, you'll be paying £470 a month over 3 years, rather than over £800 for its bigger brother.
So what do we think of the Mach E? Well, look, it's got the Mustang detailing and it's got the Mustang badge. But actually, that's all a bit of a distraction. This is Ford's new electric crossover. And if you think about it like that, it's actually very good indeed.